The Tampa Bay Rays have kicked off the season with 10 straight wins, something that hasn't been seen before in Major League Baseball since the 1980s, back when the Milwaukee Brewers started their season with 13 wins in a row. Now, unfortunately for that Brewers team, their luck would eventually run out later in the season as they would only go on to win 91 games and miss the playoffs. But to cut the Brewers some slack, back in the 80s, only 4 teams ever made the playoffs, so it was much harder to get in. But this year's Tampa Bay Rays team is just a little bit different, and here's why. First off, the Tampa Bay Rays have been phenomenal on both sides of the ball, which is what you need to do if you want to win games in this league. First off, you have to have a great pitching staff with good relievers, followed by some fantastic batting throughout the entire lineup, and good defensive play when it came to the infield and outfielders. And that's exactly what's happened for the Rays this season. Now, some critics will go on and argue that Tampa hasn't played the best competition in baseball so far, and they're right. I mean, the season's very short, so we don't know how good these teams will be, but we know how good they are right now. And as of now, Detroit doesn't look like a good team, the Nationals don't look like a good team, and Oakland might just be the worst team in history. They might be down there because the Oakland A's absolutely suck. I can only really name one player from that team, Ramon Laureano. I mean, I know the whole team, of course. I'm an A's fan. But, you know, the team just doesn't have anybody. They trade anybody they ever had. So, are those 3 teams really any competition? No. But the Rays have gone out and taken care of business. And that's in large part to their pitching staff. You see, in the first game of the season, Tampa Bay opened up against the Detroit Tigers, in which they had their ace, Shane McClanahan, kick it off with 6 innings pitched, gave up 0 runs. I'm pretty sure he allowed, let me check here, he allowed only 1 walk, 4 hits, and 6 strikeouts, as Tampa would go on to win Game 1 of the season 4-0. Now, their relievers, Poche, Adam, and Fairbanks all pitched 1 inning and did their thing, only gave up 2 hits amongst them. So, not only was their starter good, but so were their relief pitchers. And this trend continued throughout the series. See, in Game 2, Tampa Bay would throw out Zach Eflin, and he went 5 innings pitched, which I know these don't sound like a lot of innings for a starter, but it is the beginning of the season, so most teams don't want to overwork their starters. So Zach Eflin went 5 innings pitched on only allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. So Zach Eflin might not have had as good of a night as Shane McClanahan, but they were both really, really good. And again, Tampa Bay's relief pitchers came in and did their thing, with Kelly, Clevenger, and Faucher only allowing 1 run between the 3 for the rest of the game. So again, the relief pitchers were there and did clutch up for the Rays. Now, in Game 3 of the final game of the series versus Detroit, they had their pitcher Jeffrey Springs come up, and he might have just had the best game of the series. You see, Jeffrey Springs went 6 innings, 1 walk, 12 strikeouts in 6 innings. That's 2 strikeouts an inning. That means a majority of the batters he got out, all strikeouts. Phenomenal performance by Jeffrey Springs. What a way to close the series. Yes, it's Detroit, but good pitching is good pitching, alright? And again, the relievers went 3 innings and gave up 0 runs, 1 hit. 1 hit allowed between the 3 relievers. Come on, is that not dominance? It is. It is dominance. I mean, Tampa Bay's pitching staff's ability to be consistent night in and night out is what's gotten me the most excited about this team. In the last 3 games they've played, they've given up a total of 0 runs allowed. That's 9, 18, 20, that's 27 innings with no runs scored on the team. Crazy. And the fact that Tampa Bay's doing this with an unorthodox pitching staff might be the best part about it. You see, most teams will have 5 starting pitchers, and each one will start their own day, and then, on to the next. They'll have 5-day weeks. But Tampa Bay's doing it slightly different. See, they went into the season with only 4 starting pitchers. Now, 3 of them I've already mentioned. that would be Shane McClanahan, Zach Eflin, and Jeffrey Springs. But the fourth, and certainly not least, is Drew Rasmussen, who's started 2 games so far, pitched 13 innings, allowed 3 hits, and gotten 15 strikeouts. He might be the best starter so far. I know he's only had 2 outings, but they've both been great. Sure, they've both been against bad teams, but if you can take care of the bad teams, then, you know, luck will follow. I mean, sure, he isn't going to get a good team, but he will. He will pitch against the Red Sox, and I'm pretty sure he'll do pretty well. All right. Actually, will he pitch against the Red Sox? No, he's going to barely miss the Red Sox. Sorry. He's going to pitch against the Toronto Blue Jays, who some would consider to be a good team. So there, he'll prove himself in a week when he goes against the Toronto Blue Jays. And then all you critics can shut up about, oh, their comp is bad. Yes, their comp is bad, but what? This is all I have to go off of, all right? And not only has their pitching been good, but their hitting's been pretty damn good. I know it may not seem like it, but the offensive side of the ball is what I love the most about baseball. It might just be the most intriguing part of the game. It's what gets the views. It's what gets the clicks. Everyone loves the offensive side of the baseball. You see a home run, you're like, wow. You see a triple, you're like, okay, damn, this boy's fast. He ran all the way to third base off of that hit. That's crazy. You see a stolen base? Nah. I'm finishing right there. I mean, god damn, I love the offensive side of the baseball. And no one does it better than the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, Wander Franco, we've had 10 games so far, 4 home runs. 4 home runs, 10 games. Randy Arozarena, he blew up in the World Baseball Classic where he carried Mexico very far, semifinals. Yes, they lost to Japan, besides the point. Randy Arozarena has made a name for himself this year, and he's continued his performance, his great performance on the batting side of things for the Tampa Bay Rays. He leads the team with 11 RBIs, has the best batting average at 359. Hell, he's got the most hits on the team with 14. All right, so Arozarena was not some World Baseball Classic fluke. He is here. He is a star. He will probably be an all-star. He might even win a Gold Glove the way he's playing defense, you know. And Kevin Kiermaier's gone, so he's not going to steal any more balls from him like he did here. While Wander Franco and Randy Arozarena might be the best hitting-wise for this team, there are some other notable players. I'm talking Isaac Paredes, third baseman, Yandy Diaz, first baseman, Brandon Lowe, who's got the best on-base percentage on the team. But on-base percentage is huge. That just means, like, yeah, he gets walked. So what? He gets on base. Moneyball, baby. You want that kind of on-base percentage. 4.69, pretty damn good. Now, of course, that number will fall throughout the season with more plate appearances. But for right now, Brandon Lowe's been doing his thing, getting on base. What do you do when you get on base? You score. You score when you get on base. You score, the runs go up. The runs go up. The more runs you have, the likelier you are to win a game. So players like Brandon Lowe are the reason this team is winning. Fantastic. Now, the question is, do I think Tampa Bay can keep up this incredible run? And realistically, no. It is impossible to win 162 games in baseball in one season. I mean, the closest teams have gotten is maybe like 120, like maybe the Dodgers or the Red Sox a couple years ago. But yeah, it's almost impossible to win every game, let alone every game in a row, right? So who do they have upcoming? Like I said, the Tampa Bay Rays are in the middle of a series versus Boston. They've got 3 more games left, and hell, if Boston wins in this, next coming days, then yes, my video is a jinx. But they probably won't, hopefully, cross my fingers. And then we've got, after that, the Rays have got in Toronto Blue Jays. So, if they can sweep the Red Sox, sweep the Blue Jays, they might even come for what? Didn't the Cleveland Indians set the record for the most wins in a row? 2017-18, the year they went to the World Series? I'm pretty sure the Cleveland Indians won, 20-something games that year? Crazy. Do I think the Rays can top that? Hell, if they top that at the beginning of the season, this might go down as a team better than the 27 Yankees. Okay, that might be right. I mean, how many games does this Tampa Bay Rays team have to win in a row before they're considered better than the 27 Yankees? Just a thought to put out there. Alright, but that's it for this video. That's all I really wanted to talk about. Yes, if the Rays lose tonight, that would be devastating for the video. No, honestly, it wouldn't, because I'm just talking about how good this team is. This team does not need to be undefeated for this video to stand. Alright, yes, the Rays will lose eventually, but not now. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not this week. Catch y'all later. Much love. Deuces.